Shalom, Israel. Good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to come on here real quick to talk about some current events that's taking place here in our society now. You see a lot of our people are going crazy about this coronavirus or whatever they call it. A lot of our people are frantic. They're going in and out the grocery stores. They're buying out everything. This is what happens when you are not prepared for the inevitable. Our people, the scripture says that our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Now, the problem that I have on today that I want to speak about quickly is the fact that we've been warning society, we've been warning our people for years, and it's not even about the quote unquote Israelite truth, but we've been warning people for years about destruction coming to America, and our people are not taking heed to the warning signs until it gets to the point where it's hitting them at their doorstep. Now you see people that don't have any type of care for the fellow brother and for the fellow sister, and running through the aisles of the grocery store, walking out with cartfuls of toilet tissue and stuff of that matter. If we were to have took heed to the voice of the prophets when they were basically telling when we were basically telling you guys to prepare for the inevitable. Now, what's sad is that the white man opens their mouth and the white man shows you some type of things that y'all supposed to be looking out for, and we go crazy. We've been posting scriptures and doing live classes, been inviting the masses of Israel to the class to learn not only their heritage, but to learn who to prepare, how to prepare, and how to separate ourselves from our oppressors. But we did not want to listen. Now, again, this coronavirus has been brewing up for a while, and I do believe that it is the Most High's will, and we have to start to open our eyes as the scriptures go forth, as we get to a point where we can see that day of the Lord quickly approaching. We really have to start taking heed. I've been warning brothers and sisters on live to, again, if you have the necessary necessities, food, water, toiletries, and stuff of that matter, you have to understand that this number one, you're gonna have to protect it. Not only protect your family, but you're gonna have to come to a point where you're able to protect the goods that you have stored up for your family. Have you done that so far? And it's not ironic that this type of stuff is going on during tax season, everybody getting their taxes back, and basically now, from frantic lack of preparing, we go and recycle the money and recycle our resources right back into this government by going crazy. Shalom, Miguel. So we have to understand that you have been warned. You have been warned about these so-called plagues and epidemics that's facing us right now. Again, in the near future, you're not going to be able to go to the grocery stores and buy. So at this present point in time, right now, you need to start to prep yourself for not only survival, but you need to start prepping yourself for war. It's sad to say that a lot of brothers and sisters that it is of Israel will not take heed to the true prophets of the Most High, because they, quote unquote, don't look like your so-called pastors, right? Or they, quote unquote, is not getting their information from the so-called white man's. Good morning, King. They're not getting their information from the so-called white man's information. So what happens is, if you're going to wait for our government to warn us of these plagues and stuff that's taking place, I even had the school call my house relating to my son, talking about that they've been prepping for this for over 2 months. So they've been prepping for the school closing. They've been prepping for the city closing and stuff like that for over 2 months. So if they knew about, if they've been prepping for that long, how long have they known about this? See, we have to be prepared for the pump fake that our federal government does to us. When they are doing something over here, you best believe is that they're trying to take the attention off of what's really going on. They're not going to tell you exactly everything what's going on because they are afraid of frantic panic. Now, again, I want y'all to pay attention to, especially in these next couple of days, I want you to pay attention to how ignorant our people are and how they get to a point where all it has to do is come on CBN, CBS, whatever your local news station is, and we go crazy. Now, just imagine the height and the uprising of this frantic happens when we run out of food, when we run out of water, when we run out of the necessary necessities that we need to be able to survive day to day. This is things that we are not being taught. And this is things that the prophets of the Most High has been warning us about. And we refuse to take heed because they don't look like your typical pastor, or they don't look like your typical what you would deem to be prophet. So again, everything that is befalling us right now has been written. It is in the scriptures, and there's no other book that you can go to that can prophesy these things. But again, the Most High says that the righteous, not one hair on their head is going to be singed. So we have to understand this, that now everybody, you're going to see a lot of brothers and sisters out there that's in the Hebrew Israelite community. Understand this. You're going to have a lot of fake brothers and sisters now going to try to cleave to you to be able to absorb some of your resources in this particular time, dispensation of time, because of the ignorance of them, their lack of listening to when we've been warning them for years. So there's nothing new under the sun, as the book of Ecclesiastes say. What was done before is going to be done now. Everything that's happening in this earth has been already done before. And we are too ignorant to take heed to the warning signs and take heed to the, the information that's put out there. So brothers and sisters, I just wanted to come on to give my little insight on what's going on and how, you know, it's almost to the point of laughable seeing our people scatter like roaches when the lights come on, when they've been warned over and over and over and over and over again. So again, family, I pray that y'all have a blessed day, and that the Most High cover each and every last one of y'all and your journeys on the highways and byways as y'all go to your plantation. And again, start to prep yourself. If you spend $10, $15 here and there, before you know it, in the course of a couple months, you have everything, all the resources that you need to be able to sustain yourself and your family for at least a year. And also, too, what's the use of having guns if you don't have ammunition? Think about that. The hood has a lot of guns. Our people has a lot of guns, but we don't have the ammunition. When we go to when I go to the gun stores and everything like that, we see them stockpiling and buying ammunition because, again, ammunition, What is it to have food, water, resources, and all the type of stuff that you need to survive if you're not able to protect that? This is a food for thought. Again, I'm going to get up off of here. Yasharala, I love you. Kwam Yasharala. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Amashiach Yahweh Shai. And with that, I say shalom.